Hi Peter, it's Chris from SSW. I'm recording this short video just to give you some more insight. So all I've done is gone File, New Project, and copied in the code you first sent. If we were to hit Start, we'll see it sends back the expected response. So a simple layman's non-technical way of thinking about JSON is like a kite. It's got two parts, a frame and a skin. Now, for this conversation, I want you to picture this return data as the skin of the kite. So, how are we going to give it some bones? Well, first up, we have to access the result. So I'm just going to chuck a breakpoint here so I can see it when it comes back. Excellent. So I'm just going to click the little magnifying glass and copy this into the clipboard. And just stop debugging. So something that's great with .NET, especially Visual Studio, is that we can just create new classes from a JSON response. Effectively, Visual Studio will do all the hard work of trying to guess what the structure should be to fit that skin. Now, it's not always going to be correct, but I always like doing this as a quick way of getting up to speed. So just highlight this a little bit here, go Edit, Paste Special, JSON as classes, and we just hit Save. So, what is JSON.NET? Well, JSON.NET is a NuGet package. Now, the easy way of thinking about NuGet is it's like a hardware store where everything is free. You can just go in, grab whatever you want, and just chuck it into your project. So I'm going to go References, Manage NuGet Packages. Now, Newton.json, which is one I love, is one of the most popular NuGet packages. The performance is excellent, and it's actually even better than the one that Microsoft ships. And it's even on the front page, so we're just going to click here and hit Install. NuGet makes life so easy and it's so pain-free. So it's all going to run. As soon as we see the green tick, we're ready to go. So we're just going to hop back into our program CS. Go up the top here and just go using newtonsoft.json. So we're going to come down here. Now, JSON, when you move it around, it's either called serialization or deserialization. Serialization means to take the kite and pull off the skin and send it. Where deserialization is more like you're trying to put the skin back on the kite. So how we do that using this JSON package? Now we're going to use the following piece of code to create the return object, to flesh it back out. So all we're going to do is call JSON-convert.deserialize, tell it to point at the root object, which as we can see contains results. And instead of going response content, which read as string, because we've already done that above, we can just use the results value. So what now? This should be it, right? It should all be easy, all be roses, but I think as we both know, it's never that simple. So we come down here, we're going, great, we've got results, and then profit predictions is null. This was a real head scratcher. I couldn't work out what was going on. In my mind, it's such a straightforward process, except one little thing. If we look back at the results, we notice that the word profit predictions has a space, where the class that was created spells profit predictions all as one word. You wouldn't believe it, but that one little space was what was causing all this grief. So, luckily, because JSON is really clever, we're able to actually tell it, hey, this is a name that you should really be mapping onto it. So please ignore the name profit predictions and use this different name. So we're first going to import the JSON package. And now we're going to decorate, which means just add something on top of this property. So come in here, put the square brackets down, and go JSON property, and we can say property name, prop name equals, and then we can just tell it profit predictions with a space. So a good point for Azure Machine Learning in the future, I would be really trying to stick to camel case names, or names like this where every important word, but we usually have a space, has got a capital letter, and just keeping it all together. It would just save a lot of confusion. And it's a very common way that programmers name variables. So we hit start. We jump down to our breakpoint. We now have a look at the returned objects. And we're all good. If we keep digging through, down to values, we see there it is. The predicted profits. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and learned something. Feel free to send me an email at any time or hit me up on Skype. Thanks again. Bye.